I don't mean to brag, but hello everyone. Hi guys, it's me. What's up? So I know what you guys are thinking. Rosie, where have you been? I haven't uploaded in like 2 weeks, if you noticed. And then I know what you're also thinking. Hey, what did you do for Valentine's Day? If you're wondering why I'm in my car, why I look like this, I wanted you guys to join me on this holiday. You know what I mean? I wanted you guys to see the awesome day that I was about to have. I have an awesome day planned, so I'm gonna bring you guys along. You guys are probably thinking, Rosie, are you going on a date? Are you gonna do something crazy? Are you gonna jump out of a plane? Are you gonna go on a hot air balloon ride? Is your boyfriend gonna, you know, bring you some flowers? And the answer is
fuck no.
Because I don't have a Valentine's. Just kidding. I don't have a Valentine's Day. I don't have a Valentine's Day. I don't have a Valentine's. But who needs a Valentine's? No one needs a Valentine's. Valentine's is about love and family and just all of that, you know? We don't need a boyfriend for Valentine's Day. And you guys are probably wondering where the fuck am I in my car? Because I'm at school, okay? I'm at freaking school all day. Even if I had a Valentine's Day, I wouldn't have time to do anything on Valentine's. But I'm at school. My second class is about to start, which is why I look like this. And then I just thought, why not spend this Valentine's with you and me and some Wingstop? Just one happy family, you know what I mean? So I usually do this on my break. I eat in my car by myself. And then I was like, dang, it's Valentine's Day. And I'm eating by myself in my car. So I decided I didn't want to be alone today, okay? Okay, so I invited you guys. So thank you guys for joining. It really means a lot to me. So let's go ahead and eat. I'm really excited to eat. I love Wingstop. We got some fries over here with a little bit of ketchup. Oh my god, there's a straw thing. So I'm excited for that. And then I got some wings, of course. And they didn't give me a fork, of course. Because why would they? Why would they give me a fork? You know what I mean? Whatever. But they didn't give me a fork. But this is the wings that I got. I got some mild ones. Smells so good. And then I got some lemon pepper ones. So I thought we could just eat together. And if you're watching this and you also don't have a Valentine's, or it's already past Valentine's, I don't know when I'm going to upload this. But if it's already past Valentine's, you know, just grab some food. We don't need, oh my gosh. We don't need a Valentine's. We don't. We don't. So let's just eat. Let's just chit chat. Let's just really enjoy this day as strong, independent women. You know what I mean? She's thirsty. I already know I'm going to look back at all this footage and I'm like, you were eating freaking nasty. I'm sorry. It's my first meal of the day. I'm hungry. But it is Valentine's Day, guys. I want to know if you guys have a Valentine's. If you actually have one, comment in the comments below. Let me know. I haven't had a Valentine in 3 years. And you know what? I don't want one. So since it is Valentine's, I just decided I would talk about maybe like the worst date that I've ever had or something. All things related to love. So I've never had like a bad Valentine's Day, I think. I've only ever had one Valentine, and it was like the same person for a long time. But I've never had like a Valentine's that of a person that I wasn't dating, you know what I mean? So I don't necessarily have like a bad Valentine's Day. So I'm going to tell you guys a bad date story that I had, okay? I'm not going to mention names because, of course, I don't know if they could be watching this. They're probably not. But if they are, what's up? I remember I had just turned 19 too. And some guy messaged me on Instagram. And he wanted to take me on a date. So I was like, you know what? He was kind of cute. I didn't know him personally, but I knew people who knew him. We had like mutual friends. Because where I'm from, it's a big city, but everyone knows each other, if that makes sense. Like, so I was like, yeah, like, I'll go on a date with you, you know, cool, whatever. But I get very nervous to go on dates. I don't really like to go on dates. I will only really ever go on a date with a guy if I like I'm really into him, if that makes sense. I just don't like to go on dates. I get very nervous. I don't know. I just don't like it. So, like, I avoid dates at all costs. But this guy wanted to take me on a date. And I was like, you know what? He's kind of cool. Like, he seems kind of cool. Knows people that I know. Why not just, like, go on a date, you know, whatever. But then the date was coming around. And then, so, like, it was getting closer to the date. And I chickened out. I didn't want to go anymore. I got nervous. Not nervous like in, oh my gosh, I'm shy to like meet him. Not nervous in that way. I just get very like anxious and nervous. I don't know. I don't like it. So then I ended up canceling on him. And then I remember he like messaged me. He was like, hey, like, I hope we can like reschedule and all that, which was super sweet. He was just a really nice guy. Like, he just right off the bat seemed like a great top of the edge guy, you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, that's cool. Like, usually like a guy would just be like, all right, whatever, on to the next. Like, you kind of blew me off, which I didn't blow him off technically. I just kind of canceled on him. But so I was like, you know what, I will reschedule with this guy. I was like, he seems cool, he seems really nice, like, I want to go on a date with him, you know? So we ended up going on a date. So first of all, usually when a guy takes you on a date, he'll usually have like the date planned, and like they'll kind of just pick you up, and then, you know, whatever, it just like goes on from there. Like, they usually just have like a map, you know, of what they want to do. So I'm like getting ready, whatever, and then he kind of just like messaged me. He's like, so what did you want to do? And I was like, huh? He's like, yeah, like, what did you want to do? And I was like, well, we can really do anything. And this was around Christmas time. So I was like, well, we can go look at lights or whatever, like, you know, like kind of where I live. Well, not kind of where I live, it's like a couple cities away. Like, the really big houses, they will have like a light show kind of, and they'll like, the really big houses will like decorate their houses very extravagant, like Christmas lights, and like people will go and like watch them and stuff, you know. It's kind of like a thing, I don't know. But then, so I was like, yeah, like, we can go look at the lights, I guess, like, whatever. And he was like, okay, cool. So then he picks me up, and he's like, well, do you know the address to this place? I was like, it's not really like a place, it's just like a cluster of houses that like do it. And I was like, well, it's in Huntington Beach. I was like, we can go to Huntington Beach. Huntington isn't that far from where I live. It's maybe 15-20 minutes without traffic. So it was like kind of like not that big of a deal, you know. So I was like, okay, like, let's go, whatever. So we end up going, and like, we can't find these houses. We can't find these houses that have the lights. And it wasn't his fault. It really wasn't. But I was like, okay, whatever. So we just decided to, like, get off and walk. Like, there was a couple houses, but I had seen, like, online, like, different pictures. But I guess it was my fault for not really, like, looking it up, whatever. Like, we're obviously, like, engaging in conversation, whatever. And then he starts talking about shrooms. He starts talking to me about shrooms. And I personally have never done shrooms. I don't do drugs. It's not my thing. It's really not my thing. And I don't even remember how he brought it up. He was just like, oh, like, so, like, what do you do and stuff like that. And I was just told him, like, oh, like, I go to school, I work. At this time, I wasn't, like, really making YouTube videos, so I didn't say that. But I was just like, yeah, like, I'm just kind of like a boring gal. Like, I just, like, you know, I'm just there. And then he's like, oh, that's cool. And I was like, yeah, like, what do you do and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden he brought up shrooms, and he's like, well, have you ever tried shrooms? And I like looked at him and I was like, no. And of course, I don't judge if you do this. I don't care. But it's not, and I feel like it's not really a thing you bring up on a date when you just met someone, you know what I mean? Maybe that's just me, I don't know. But so he's like, yeah, like, have you ever done shrooms? And then I was like, no, never have. And he was like, oh, well, it's like a life-changing experience. And then I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, really not trying to talk about it. Like, I don't really care about your shroom trips, you know what I mean? Like, not really my thing. But he continued to talk about shrooms, and then he started talking about acid. And then he was like, yeah, like acid and shrooms, like they're just such, like, the government doesn't want us to do it, but we really should. It opens up your mind, and like, you just like find out things about yourself and other people that you just wouldn't typically know. And then I was like, oh, like, I was like what, you know, like, just trying to like make conversation, I guess, just not to make it feel weird, like make it seem like I was really into this convo even though I wasn't. And he was like, yeah, like one time I was in the shower and I was high, like I was high on shrooms. It's like, and I could just feel the water all over me, like it's like it was splashing, and like I can feel it. Like, he was doing this, and he was like going, he's like, I can feel it. And I was like, yeah, I was like, well, that was literally what I said. I was like, that's cool. Like, that's cool. And then he proceeds to tell me that while he's in the shower on his trip, he was feeling like he was having sex with himself. He was like, I close my eyes, and in my mind, like, I can see myself and my other self, like, having sex. He's like, it just, like, it was so scary. Like, I can feel all the vibrations, and, like, I can feel everything, and it just makes you so aware of everything. That's when I looked at him. I was like, so your shroom trip made you look at yourself have sex? Yeah, it's a no from me. It's a no from me. You know what I mean? And he just continued to talk about this for literally the whole time we were walking. And then, like, just the way he was describing it was just like if it was like a puppy, or if it was like a daughter or something, and he was just like holding it and like smooching it and kissing it, and he was like, yeah, like, I just love it so much. And I was like, okay. I was like, what the fuck? And then I wanted to go home so bad, but I didn't know how to say it. And then we kind of already had walked far from the car, and I'm not even gonna lie, like, his vibes were just not it. And then I remember we ended up going home, and like the car, I feel like he knew he weirded me out, because like the car ride home was like kind of quiet, like almost really quiet. And then he dropped me off, and I like got out of the car, and I was like, well, this was fun, like, thanks, bye, thank you for the ride home. And then he texted me literally right after. He's like, I can tell by how fast you got out of my car that you didn't like the date. And I was like, and I didn't want to be mean to him, because, you know, it's a first date. It's like kind of you, if it's a hit or miss, like, you know, there's not really like high expectations for a first date, you know, like you're just meeting this person. So I was like, no, like, I had a lot of fun. I was like, I just think we're two different people. Like, you're into different things. Like, our interests are just not the same, you know? And he was like, yeah, like, I agree, and stuff like that. And then we kind of just left it at that. And then we never talked again. But that by far has to be the weirdest date I ever had. Like, that conversation lasted probably like 40 minutes of me just being like, that's cool. That's cool. Like, oh, you had sex with yourself. Dang, that's cool. You know what I mean? And then that was just pretty much it. And we never talked again. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed my story time. And I hope you guys have an awesome possum V-Day. Don't worry if you don't have a boyfriend. I don't have a boyfriend. Don't worry if you don't have a date. I don't have a date. We're all in this together, okay? We spent Valentine's Day together, okay? Just you and me and you, all of us together as friends and lovers. Thank you guys for joining me so that I wouldn't be lonely. But I have to go to my class now, sadly, but I will talk to you guys soon. Mwah. Bye.